There are plenty of Marvel video games to play today, and in the next couple of years, there's going to be way more. It's honestly getting hard to keep count between console and mobile. But when it comes to the modern way of putting out video games that are critically acclaimed, that are based on Marvel, I think we can all agree it really started with Marvel's Spider-Man, which is now spinning off into Marvel Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, and bringing in Wolverine. All of course exclusive to the PlayStation. But the news we found out today reveals that it could have all been on the Xbox. So this news comes at us courtesy of a brand new book that's been published, The Ultimate History of Video Games, Volume 2, where the executive producer of Marvel Games and that division of Marvel, aka Jay Ong, talks a little bit about the process of setting up the modern day iteration of Marvel games, which would go on to give us the Spider-Man games, the upcoming Wolverine, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, and all the mobile games. And he says that way back in the early formation of this, going all the way back to 2014, Marvel was looking for partners. And instead of approaching PlayStation first, because they were already seeing all the success with their first party lineup, they went to Microsoft and offered to work with them exclusively, bringing multiple IPs and exclusive Xbox console games only to the Microsoft platform, nothing on Sony or Nintendo. He then says that Sony agreed to start the talks, and they wanted to really see what type of catalog of characters Marvel was looking at and what they were willing to work with, while Microsoft in 2014 and then 2015, as the conversation continued, outright just refused. They said no because they wanted to focus on their bread and butter, which was their exclusives. Now, in hindsight, there wasn't many exclusives or much going on the Xbox that entire generation, thanks to Don Matrick, who completely tanked that console. And again, we're still seeing the backlash effect of that, because even this year there isn't a whole lot, and it took a couple years to get us to Halo and Forza Horizon 5. So it definitely seems like Marvel wanted to work with both and lock in certain deals, characters, and agreements, but just Microsoft wasn't having any of it. And when Microsoft said no, Sony took advantage of it. They were able to snatch up multiple teams, exclusive IPs, lock them down, and we are where we are today. And it's honestly kind of shocking that Sony would have even let the conversation go to Marvel. You think they would have just been like, how about we lock it all down? But at least they locked down Spider-Man and Insomniac, which is really the best thing they could have done.